Hello everyone, welcome back to another Anything for Life video. And today, as you can see, I'm currently on my Mac and I am desktop sharing for you guys. And basically, as you all know, I'm going to be covering the top 5 best Mac utilities that you need to download after setting up your Mac. Now, of course, let's start off with a heavy hard hitter known as Aldante. Aldante is a battery utility used for the Mac to allow your battery to stay as fresh as possible for the longest period of time possible. As you all may well know, batteries should be usually staying between a percentage of 20% and 80%. And what Aldante does is cap your Mac at a percentage of 80%. Now, how does Aldante do this? Aldante does this by when your Mac is currently charging, when it hits 80%, it'll change the where the power is, the Mac is drawing power from the battery to the cable or AC auxiliary unit. When this happens, this allows for it to stop charging and doesn't even affect the battery in any way. This allows your battery to stay as fresh as possible for the longest time ever. Now, how do we download Aldante? So Aldante is really easy to download. I'm just going to open it up for you in a new tab. I'm going to go and show you Aldante. So you get Aldante by going into any sort of thing. I'm going to be using Mac Update. This is just the one I saw first off. You want to click download. So I'm going to click download, close out of whatever ad shows up. And we'll need to download from the Aldante website itself. So, we'll get Aldante now. You can choose if you want to support the creator by paying, but I'm just going to click free download. Checkle, download. And there you go. We got Aldante as a package. So, as you can see here, we have get started with Aldante. So this is Aldante itself. I've already installed it. Basically, you'll want to click this, and you'll just want to install Aldante. Once you're done downloading Aldante, you should go to Spotlight search up Aldante, and you can open Aldante. When you open Aldante, you'll see this. Now, right now you won't be able to see the icon, but here you'll see this. Now, the limit I'm setting is 80% because I don't want to cook my battery. But you can always click discharge. And discharge is only possible when the charger is connected. And discharge basically allows it to automatically switch to the AC unit whenever you want. So yeah, that's Aldante. Aldante is a very powerful Mac utility and you should be using it. Now, let's move on to the second app you must use. Or you should use. Now, this app is called DocDoor. DocDoor, especially if you're coming from a Windows PC, you should definitely enable DocDoor. Now, natively, Macs don't actually support video. Like for example, if I hover over DaVinci Resolve here, you'll see that, and Blender and Affinity, you'll see that it doesn't show you what the window previews are, but we can solve that really quickly using DocDoor. Now, another thing you might notice is when you click Alt-Tab, you don't actually see a big fat you don't see the different instances. You have to go to F3 to show the available windows. Now, to fix this, however, you can use something called DocDoor. Now, the DocDoor is a very powerful utility app, and it just basically screen records your different windows that are open. And now, when I have an window open, for example, Comet, you can see here that it shows up just like Windows. Here you can turn off it, as in you can quit the browser, you can close it, you can minimize it, and you can full screen it, all in just this one beautiful utility. Now, this does require you to allow the company to just look at your screen whenever they want, and it's not really even the company, it's just a developer. So that's your choice whether you want to trust the developer or not. I am, because I want it, but you can do whatever you want to do. Now, how do we install DocDoor? DocDoor is really easy to install. Just go to search up DocDoor and go to docdoor.com. And yeah, this is it. Just click get it now. Download for Mac. and continue to download. Now you'll get a download of the Doctor, and once you have Doctor installed, you will be able to see this beautiful pop-up. So you want to go to Doctor, you'll be able to open it up, and here, this is Doctor. You'll see loads of stuff you can adjust here in Doctor. What I would always like to do with any of these Mac utilities is to just keep them always on whenever I turn on my thing. So I'll just say, see here, all that stuff. You see, you can change what you want to do here. You can either show this, do this, change. There's so many ones you can do here. You can turn off this power button if you want. But yeah, it just generally looks really good. Now, Doctor will always be sitting in your menu bar, and you can always quit it whenever you want and to stop it from showing. And it's just genuinely a good app to have. Now, hitting with number 3, we have the utility Blip. Blip is it's like a really good app. It's an alternative to AirDrop. And now, as you know, AirDrop works really seamlessly. If you have an iPhone or like an iPad and you need to AirDrop files really quickly, they are so quick. But hey, maybe you have a Windows PC. Maybe you have an Android. How are you supposed to move then? How are you supposed to transfer files quickly? I guess you could use WhatsApp, but it's just such a pain. Now, the easiest way to do this is Blip. Blip is one of the best ways to connect all of your devices to send and AirDrop files really quickly. Now, how do I download Blip? Blip is really easy to install. Just go to the developer's website, go to blip.net, and download. Once you've downloaded, you'll able to go into the situation of Blip, open up in my applications, and just pick a name or email. For example, if I was going to be sending it to my Windows machine, what I would do is install on the Windows machine, I would install Blip, connect it with my email address. Then you'll be able to see here Windows or like a Windows laptop, and then you can just send files whenever you want. It's really useful, and it's actually a really easy way to do things. Now, let's move on. So, let's move on to the next powerful Mac utility app. The next utility app we'll be using is called Amphetamine. Ever have an external monitor that is always connected to your Mac, or just you use all the time, and then you're finding that I can't close the Mac? Here is the powerful Mac utility comes into play. Amphetamine is really good because it allows you to turn off keep your Mac running even when your Mac's lid is closed. The good thing about this though is that you can tell it to turn on a session. These sessions are really helpful, especially when after you unplug it and you want it to go to sleep when you're back to normal mode. Then it's really good. So how do I install Amphetamine? Amphetamine is also really easy to install. Go to Amphetamine for a Mac, download it from the App Store, and download it. Once you have Amphetamine, you can go to There we go. Sorry about that. Once we open up Amphetamine, you should open up. You should see it on the sidebar, but I have too many things currently open. Oh. Just a second, guys. So if I just remove comment, you should be able to see here my other, hold up. If I just remove all the stuff. Yes, you should be able to see here, this is Amphetamine. Now, Amphetamine is really good because you can always start a new session indefinitely in a minute, hours, until when app is running, when file is downloading. And this allows you to just turn it off and let it just do its thing without it consuming battery or such other things. Now, of course, let's move on to number 4. This Mac utility is called ClipGrab. Now, ClipGrab is really good as well because ClipGrab allows you to take any item from, let's say you see something important that you see on YouTube or something, and you feel, hey, I want to incorporate that into my video, while giving credit, obviously. Now, you'll just use ClipGrab, and it will automatically give it. So I'll go to Comet, or my browser, open up ClipGrab, get ClipGrab over here, download it. and then I'll click free download, and that's it. ClipGrab will now download in a minute or two. Now it looks like ClipGrab is done, so we'll open up ClipGrab's installer. And as all things are in Mac, we'll have to drag it over to our applications folder. And it's done. Let's give it a minute. Okay, it looks like it is done. So now I can search up ClipGrab. I can open it up. And now, if Mac will allow you, yeah. So I would like to download ClipGrab, so I'll just minus this. Okay, so finally, what you want to do now is once you have ClipGrab, you'll be able to do loads of stuff now. So I'll just click continue, and this is just the setup process that you'll need when you install ClipGrab. Now, it's going to take a while, but basically the whole gist of ClipGrab is that, for example, if I want to search up like black screen for a video, for example, I'll search up black screen, and what this will do is that ClipGrab will grab this, for example, this 24-hour, and then I can download it whenever I want. Now, obviously, I'm not going to download this because it's 24 hours, but you get the gist. And with that, ladies and Mental Gen, we have now finished our top 5 best Mac utilities to use on your Mac. Now, I hope you enjoyed, as always, and without further ado, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next time. Oh, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you!